Ever had a nightmare at the airport security check? Meet Alex, our friend here, approaching airport security with a suitcase that's more stuffed than a Thanksgiving turkey. Imagine this: a suitcase so bloated, it's practically inhaling the entire airport's supply of oxygen. As Alex attempts to hoist this behemoth onto the conveyor belt, the suitcase rebels. The zipper, working overtime, decides to take a stand. It glares up at Alex in defiance, and in a last-ditch effort to pacify it, Alex, with the wild look of desperation in his eyes, decides to use his teeth. Yes, you heard it right. There he is, in the middle of a bustling airport, wrestling with a rebellious suitcase, teeth tugging at the stubborn zipper. It's a standoff that draws the attention of onlookers, but the zipper remains unmoved. Finally, it throws in the towel. It's like the suitcase has taken a deep sigh of relief, and in the process, spews out an avalanche of clothes and an assortment of strange items. A rubber duck, because who doesn't need a bath toy on a business trip? A kitchen sink, well, not really, but it wouldn't be a surprise at this point, and a bewildering array of items that would make a magician's pocket look understocked. There's a moment of silence as Alex's life, or rather, the contents of his suitcase, lay sprawled across the floor. A lone sock makes a break for it, rolling towards freedom, only to be captured by a stern-looking security officer. The officer looks at Alex, a smirk playing on his lips, and then at the chaotic spectacle that was once a suitcase. He raises an eyebrow, a silent question hanging in the air. Alex, with the grace of a deer caught in the headlights, stammers out, "I swear I was just packing for a weekend." The security officer's smirk widens as he shakes his head. Meanwhile, the rubber duck, now free from the confines of the suitcase, begins an adventurous journey across the airport floor. It's a sight to behold, ladies and gentlemen, as Alex scrambles after the rebellious duck, his face redder than a ripe tomato. So, here's a lesson for all you travelers out there. When it comes to packing, remember, less is more. And rubber ducks? They're better left in the bathtub. Stay tuned for the next chapter in Alex's airport adventure, where we venture into the world of metal detectors and the mayhem that follows. Will Alex make it through? Or will his oversized belt buckle be his downfall? Stick around to find out. Next up, the metal detector, Alex's arch nemesis. Our hero, Alex, steps up to the gate. He takes a deep breath, smirks at the security officer, and strides through the metal detector. And, beep beep beep, the alarm blares and Alex's face turns a shade of red that would put a ripe tomato to shame. "Ah, must be my keys," Alex says, pulling out a jingling mess of keys that would make a janitor jealous. But alas, after depositing them in the tray and attempting another walkthrough, the detector once again sings its shrill song of disapproval. In an attempt to lighten the mood and distract the security officer, Alex begins to dance. He shimmies, he jives, he even tries to moonwalk, all the while emptying his pockets of a treasure trove of change that could put a wishing well to shame. The security officer can't help but chuckle at the spectacle, momentarily forgetting the blaring alarm. But the metal detector, not amused by the performance, blares its alarm yet again. "Perhaps it's my tiny Eiffel Tower souvenir," Alex suggests, plucking out a miniature replica of the famous monument from his pocket. It's at this point that the security officer's eyebrows begin to reach new heights, mirroring the tower in Alex's hand. The detector, once again, vehemently disagrees with Alex's diagnosis. Finally, with a sheepish grin, Alex unbuckles his belt, revealing an oversized comical buckle that could double as a serving platter. The belt hits the tray with a clang, and Alex, now looking more like a clown than a traveler, steps through the detector, and silence. The metal detector, finally appeased, lets Alex through without a peep. The security officer, trying not to laugh, shakes his head and asks, "Planning to hold up your pants or a building?" Alex, now beltless and pockets empty, can only shrug as he shuffles off to collect his belongings, leaving a trail of laughter in his wake. At the X-ray machine, Alex's bag is flagged. Brace yourself for the liquid fiasco. There's a moment of tense anticipation as the security officer digs into Alex's bag, his face a mask of professional stoicism. Out comes a water bottle, half full or half empty depending on your outlook on life, followed by a tube of toothpaste, squeezed from the middle. A clear mark of a person living life on the edge. But wait, there's more. The final item is a mysterious bottle labeled "Definitely Not Shampoo." Now there's a plot twist none of us saw coming. The security officer's eyebrows shoot up so high they're practically in another time zone. Alex, seeing the officer's surprise, quickly jumps in to explain, laughing nervously. "Oh, it's actually just water. There's a new brand out, definitely not shampoo, it's their quirky marketing strategy," he stammers out. The security officer looks doubtful but says nothing. In a desperate attempt to salvage the situation, our hero Alex decides to chug the water from the half-full bottle. It's a bold move, but it backfires spectacularly. The water goes everywhere but inside Alex's mouth. It's a tidal wave in the security line, a minor flood in the desert of airport monotony. The floor turns into a makeshift slip and slide, minus the fun and plus the embarrassment. Meanwhile, the security officer is holding the definitely not shampoo bottle like it's an alien artifact. There's a long, drawn-out moment where everyone, including the rubber duck from earlier, seems hold their breath. "Dare I ask what's in here?" the officer finally inquires, breaking the silence. Now, under the spotlight, Alex's cheeks turn a shade of red that could give a ripe tomato a run for its money. Sheepishly, Alex replies, "It was supposed to be a prank on my brother. I guess the joke's on me now." And just like that, the liquid fiasco comes to an end, leaving behind a trail of wet footprints, a half-empty water bottle, and an airport security story that's bound to go down in the annals of travel fails. Security officer holding the definitely not shampoo. "Dare I ask what's in here?" Alex nervously. "It was supposed to be a prank on my brother, I guess the joke's on me now." Time for the gadget explosion, folks. Imagine our lovable disaster, reaching into the depths of their bag and pulling out what can only be described as an electronic tumbleweed. Chargers, headphones, USB cords, all intertwined into a chaotic ball of wires. It's like a game of pickup sticks, only with a higher risk of electrocution. Alex, determined to conquer the tangled beast, starts to pull at a wire, only to find it's attached to another, then another, and another. It's like the world's worst game of dominoes. Each wire Alex pulls only adds to the growing mess. Suddenly a pair of headphones shoots out from the jumbled mess, soaring through the air like a misguided missile. The headphones land, perfectly draped around the neck of a startled security officer who now looks like a DJ at a very strange party. Alex, mortified yet trying to play it cool, gives a sheepish grin. "Hope you like the latest in fashion accessories," Alex quips, trying to lighten the mood. The security officer, still hanging around their neck, can't help but crack a smile at the absurdity of it all. Just when you thought it couldn't get any more comical, Alex comes across an old pager in the midst of the gadget chaos. With an innocent blank look, Alex lifts it to their ear and starts talking as if it's a phone. The security officer, now an audience to Alex's outdated tech blunder, bursts into laughter. "That's a pager, not a phone," the officer manages to say between fits of laughter. Alex, now redder than a tomato, sheepishly chuckles. "Oh, I knew that." But the gadget explosion isn't over just yet. Alex continues to wrestle with the remaining wires, pulling out a charger that's seen better days, a forgotten set of earbuds, and a mystery wire that seems to belong to no known device. It's a technological treasure trove, a testament to Alex's questionable packing skills. Just when it seems like the end of the wire jumble is in sight, Alex pulls out the pièce de résistance, an old-school flip phone charger. The kind that hasn't been used since the early 2000s. Alex looks at it in surprise, as if unearthing a fossil. "I swear, I didn't even know I still had this," Alex mutters, adding another layer to the comedy of errors. As the scene draws to a close, Alex is left with a pile of wires and a story that will surely be retold at many dinner parties. And let's not forget our security officer, still wearing the headphones like a badge of honor. "Hope you like the latest in fashion accessories," Alex says once more, the punchline to this comical gadget explosion. Get ready for the snack avalanche. Brace yourselves, folks, because here we are in the midst of a munchy monsoon. As the security officer unzips Alex's bag, it's as if someone hit the snack piñata jackpot. Chips, cookies, candies, you name it, it's rolling out in a calorie-laden cascade. It's a snack smorgasbord, a feast of flavors, well, you get the idea, and just when you thought it couldn't get any funnier, in comes the security dog, nose twitching, tail wagging, and eyes gleaming with doggy delight. Here's Alex, in a mad scramble, trying to save his precious hoard from the canine cookie monster. It's a veritable dog versus man snack showdown. In a desperate attempt to save his snacks, Alex tries to bribe the dog with a cookie. The clever canine, sensing the opportunity, makes a swift move and swipes the whole bag instead. Alex, in a voice that's part pleading, part indignant, says to the dog, "Buddy, those were my emergency munchies." Alex, maybe next time pack a separate snack bag for our furry friends, eh? Just when you thought it was over, here comes the final hurdle. Now imagine our friend Alex looking victorious, suitcase repacked, ready to head for the gate. But oh no, what's this? Shoelaces, the silent saboteurs lie in wait, and Alex, blissfully unaware, takes a fumble-filled step that will be etched in their memory forever. Down goes Alex, performing a clumsy role in an attempt to recover, a sight straight out of a slapstick comedy. But instead of a smooth recovery, Alex ends up colliding with a bin, sending it clattering to the ground. The boarding pass goes airborne, performing an elegant aerial ballet before descending with a precision that would make an Olympic diver envious, right into security bin. And where's this bin headed? You guessed it, away from our tumbling hero Alex. Cue the chase scene. Alex, in hot pursuit of the escaping bin, darting through the security area like a gazelle being chased by a cheetah, and not the graceful Discovery Channel kind. Finally, boarding pass retrieved, Alex stands panting, a picture of exhaustion. With a weak laugh, they muster up the strength to quip, "Who needs a pre-flight workout when you've got airport security?" Finally, our hero makes it through, looking back at the trail of chaos. If ever there was a face to illustrate the phrase "deer in the headlights," it's Alex's. His eyes are wide, his hair is a mess, and he's got a "did that just happen?" kind of expression that's so priceless it could be auctioned off at Sotheby's. His gaze wanders over the aftermath, the still slippery floor where the water bottle met its untimely demise, the security officer wearing headphones like a bizarre tiara, and a dog that's probably still burping up crumbs from the snack avalanche. You can practically see the resolution forming in Alex's mind, like a New Year's promise made in the face of utter calamity. "Next time," he says with a determination that's almost touching, "I'm definitely packing lighter." A pause, a glance at the shoelaces that had tripped him up. "And maybe next time, I am wrapping myself in bubble wrap." And here you have it, folks. An unforgettable airport security tale. Let's hope your airport security adventures will never compare to that of our friend Alex. Be sure to leave comments below about your airport security misadventures. Until next time, travel safely.